I'm back, and this is the fish cake cod cakes recipe. So right now what we got our mixture mixed. We got our tea. I always have tea when I'm cooking because it does get hot in here. I got my breadcrumbs crumbing, and I also got my oil right here. And this is cold oil because I wouldn't stick my finger in hot oil, but put the oil down in it, and don't fill it up all the way, but you just want it to swirl it around. So put about 2 tablespoons or more in until you, depending on the size of your pan. And then stick your finger in it, and if it just coats the tip of your finger, that's perfectly fine. Because we're not going this high with it. We don't want to submerge it. We just want to make it nice. Okay, so let's get that on high. Oh, wrong one. Okay, we're gonna put that on medium. We're gonna let it heat up on medium. Get an extra plate right here, since I got that going. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna get a spoon. We're going to take a little bit of this, and this is called hot potato because, well, we're going to take a little tablespoon. Well, actually, this is still a tablespoon. We're going to take a spoonful. We're going to put it on our hands. It's going to be wet, and it's going to feel cold. What we're going to do is we're not going to squish it. We're basically going to go back and forth. And what's going to happen is as you go back and forth with it, it's going to form into a ball. That's what we want. So after you get your little ball, put it into the breadcrumbs and cover the breadcrumbs around it. Now remember, we're not squishing, we're just covering. And the same thing, that's one. So take another spoonful. And if one's bigger and one's smaller, that's okay. Now if you want to make these ahead of time for a party or something, like you want to make salmon cakes, or you can get a cookie tray, put these all on a cookie tray as little balls, and put them in the refrigerator, and they'll be perfectly fine until the guests arrive and everyone's here, and you can plop them in the oil and fry them up and hand them out. These make great appetizers. There's another one. A little bit more. Now if you're going back and forth and it's not forming together, give it a little squeeze. It's okay to do that. You're like, well, wait a minute, I'm going back and forth and it's just not working. Perfectly fine to do that. Okay, so we have another one going here. There's 3. Again, this is every thing kind of goes back to tortillas, because when you make anything, it's always the size of a walnut. There's a certain size you want to do it at. There's another one. One's a little bit big, take a little bit off. Okay, let's stick that in. Okay, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think this can make 2 more. Clean my hands off here. Okay, and let me dry them real quick, the best I can. Oh, and we got smoke. Yeah, that's okay. That does happen during cooking. Things like this always happen. Okay, I'm going to turn this off for a while. Is that the pan, or is that... Oh, that's the pan. Okay, so what we're going to do is... I got on low now, so let's check it, but I don't want to burn these. See how I just dropped a few of the breadcrumbs in there and they turn golden brown really fast? Get this off and pull it down. You can't add an ice cube to this. Moving the oil releases the heat a little bit. Not a lot, but it does release the heat. Okay, let's try it out. Make sure your utensils are clean too, because oil it. So let's stick one of these in. Now if you want, watch this. If you're like, well, wait a minute, it's not doing what I want to do. Let's do something completely different. Take it off the burner, stick it in. When you stick it in, you want to press it down. So of course, these will cool the oil down even more because they're cold. So when they're bubbling just right, then you can stick it right back on, and voila, problem solved. Turn that off. And we're going to turn it on a little in between medium high and low. The joy of watching things cook. And this will have crumbs on it, you know, little things fall off and stuff, so that's perfectly fine. They don't have to look picture perfect. And then you can see, sometimes you can see on the bottom, move them around to make sure they're not sticking. All I like to do is pick one up, look underneath it, nope. So by cutting the fish roll finely like that, this goes with anything. It goes with potatoes, carrots, celery. The finer you cut it, the faster it cooks. The larger it is, the slower and longer it takes to cook. And very gently flip them over. Okay, see that one's golden brown? Now, okay, this is going to happen. Sometimes it does happen, so don't go, I'm a bad cook, it just doesn't work out. It's okay, it happens. It happens to me. It's just get in there. It was coming apart. Don't touch it with your finger. Flip it. And it's got a little bit of a problem there, but that's okay. Oh, hopefully I can flip that one. Okay, there we go. So we have one over here that has just a little bit of a problem, and it'll be fine. So they're looking nice and golden brown, brownie. I'm rhyming things today. And then we got our plate over here off to the side with our napkins on it. So the oil should be between low and medium. And if it's still, now sometimes, what's my train of thought? Oh yeah, every gas oven's different, and there's cold gas and there's hot gas. And the only reason I know that is because I worked at a pizza place where they had a gas oven with a brick, or is it marble? No, granite cooking surface. And it's one of these things. It doesn't make sense. And when I first heard it, I was like, "Give me a break! Who made up this stuff?" And hot gas cooks faster. Cold gas cooks slower. And I have first-hand experience in that because when the cold gas was going on at our place and we were cooking, it would take forever for the pizza to cook. Okay, so these are done. I'm going to put these on the napkin. And for now, I'm going to shut this burner off. Okay. And another trick to do when you're doing anything with hot oil, soon as it's done, take this and move it to a cooler. Always, because the chance of something happening and the burning being left on, if you get distracted, it's to ensure if this burner gets left on that the oil is not under, it's cooling. So COD cakes, which are really good. These go really good. I don't know if I have a new show called Susen's Food Talk, and I have one called the third one, or the fourth one. I think it's the fourth one. It's called All About Mayonnaise, and I got this awesome. Okay, I have to show you this. This is Chinese mustard. By itself, it'll make you go through the roof. Now, if you like really spicy things, this would be perfect for you. But this mixed with mayonnaise, 2 tablespoons of mayonnaise, and then you mix this in according to how hot you want it. This makes excellent dipping sauce for fish. Now, if you don't like mustard with fish, and you're like, okay, mustard with fish, huh? That's perfectly fine if you want to use tartar sauce or anything else. But I really like this. It has a nice the mayonnaise has a nice flow, a nice taste, but the mustard gives that nice kick at the end, which I like. I like spicy things. So, hope you enjoyed the video, and toodles!